hiện đang có mặt tại buổi họp thành phố của thành phố Westminster yểm trợ cho việc đặt tên đường Charlie Kirk để vinh danh nhà hoạt động Charlie Kirk. Mời quý đồng bào theo dõi livestream trong cái buổi họp báo thành phố hôm nay nha. Rồi. Ok. Buổi họp báo nha quý đồng bào. Ôi lộn, buổi họp thành phố. Buổi họp thành phố quý đồng bào ơi, con Kim dùng lộn từ. Buổi họp thành phố nha quý đồng bào. Ở đây có người ủng hộ việc đặt tên đường cho được khớp để vinh danh cho được khớp. Cũng có những người phải nghe những ý kiến của mỗi bên nha quý đồng bào. Rồi. Qua đây chút xíu. Ok. Rồi, ve tà. Anh Peter. Lát cờ anh Peter đâu?
Good evening. The time now is 6:16 on December 10, 2025. Welcome to the Westminster City Council meeting. I would like to reconvene the City Council successor agency to the Westminster Redevelopment Agency meeting. And the meeting is called to order. Please take the roll call.
Mayor Wynn,
I'm here.
Vice Mayor Monzo,
I'm here.
District 1, Councilwoman Fanwa,
Fanwa's aye.
District 3, Councilmember Wynn,
Here.
District 4, Councilmember Wynn. Mayor, you have a quorum with District 4, Councilmember Wynn absent.
Thank you very much. Salute to the flag. Today is going to be Vice Mayor Menzo, and the invocation will be Councilmember Martin, District 3. Please stand. Ready? Here.
To the students of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, for justice for all.
Standing.
Heavenly Father, enable those who gather this evening to discharge their duties with honesty and integrity. May we be all blessed in the knowledge of the truth and sanctified in the observance of just laws. We ask your assistance in providing all those in attendance with wisdom, understanding, strength, and patience. Bless and guide this evening's deliberations. Amen.
Amen.
Please be seated. And the next thing is I just want to thank Vice Mayor Menzo and Councilmember Martin for some reflect on education. Next is the attorney closed session report.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. We did meet in closed session. There's no reportable action taken. I will note for the record that the first Councilmember Ken West did not participate in closed session on item number 1. Thank you very much.
All right, next is exporting communications. Is there anything from the seeing none, hearing none? So moving on to city clerk report, please.
Thanks, Mayor. Item 5.4 has been withdrawn by staff and will be brought at a later date. And item 5.3, there was a typographical error in the staff report. The resolution is correct. The minimum wage amount is $16.90.
Okay, so item 5.4 is please withdraw. Okay, all right. Just want to make a note of that for everyone. Next is city manager report, please.
Thank you, Mayor, members of the City Council, and everyone in attendance. Happy holidays. So first off, we'd like to provide just a little bit of a tip from the police department regarding package theft this holiday season. So these are some 5 tips that would be helpful for you to make sure that you are protecting your packages. So number 1, use package lockers or pickup locations. Number 2, schedule deliveries for when you're home. Number 3, require a signature for delivery. Number 4, install a doorbell camera or security system. Number 5, consider using a parcel box or secure delivery vault on your property. And these strategies can significantly lower the chances of your package being stolen. For more crime prevention tips, please visit the Westminster PD's website as well as their social media. Okay. A few meetings ago, we announced our holiday home decorating contest, and so now it's time to show off your festive spirit. So enter our holiday home decorating contest for a chance to win in one of 3 categories. First, the best overall display, your elf-tastic display. For the best use of lights, merry and bright display. And then judge's choice. The application deadline is December 17th. Public voting will be from December 19th through 21st. And the winner in each category will receive a prize generously donated by Home Depot store number 647. For more information, visit the city's website or follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Last weekend, if you missed our Santa traveling through our parks, well, Santa's making his tour this Saturday. You're in luck. He'll be making his way around town again on December 13th, College Park from 10 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. and then Bolsa Chica Park from 1 to 2:30 p.m. Enjoy holiday crafts, treats, and activities. This is our 5th year doing Santa and Go, and we're just really proud of seeing all the community members coming out and enjoying the events. Special thanks to our community service, public works, and all the others who put their time, energy, and effort into making these events successful. And coming up on Wednesday, December 17th from 11:30 a.m. to 1 p.m., the Senior Center will be hosting a festive afternoon filled with cheer, community, and holiday magic at their annual holiday party. Tickets are $5 and on sale now at the Senior Center, or you can call 714-895-2878. The Year of the Horse is galloping closer to Westminster. Save the date for the 2026 TEP Parade happening on Saturday, February 21st. Parade participant and sponsor applications are now being accepted, so join before entry rates increase after January 9th. And for more information, you can visit the city's website or email tepparade@westminster-ca.gov. That concludes my report for tonight, and again, happy holidays, everyone.
All right, thank you very much for your report there. Next is special presentation. We have none tonight, but I have a good news. Yes, sir.
Mr. Mayor?
Yes.
May we move item after the public speaking?
Not yet. We are at the special presentation right now.
There's no special presentation.
But I will get back to you, okay? But this time here, please. We have no special presentation, but I do have a good news to share to every one of us tonight. And we, the council, city council and city staff, and our residents in the city of Westminster have accomplished so much this year for our community. Santa has noticed all of your hard work and decided to come to town. So in fact, he chose to join our meeting today to greet all of us. So let's welcome him to the All right, so this is right, and we all enjoy it. This is the time of the year that we have Santa coming to town. Not only that, we come to the meetings, city council meeting. So you want to say something?
Merry Christmas, Happy New Year.
Merry Christmas.
Take care of everybody who needs help, and people not to be hungry, homeless, and thank this council who have done a great job. They did the tree trim, they made our city look good, the new tree is wonderful. You all need to have a tree.
I would like to ask all the council members, city attorney, city staff, stand up so that we can have a picture with the. So, is there anybody?
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Merry Christmas. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas. Ho, ho, ho.
So yes, at this time, again, thank you very much for coming in. This time, before I open up for oral communication concerning the agenda items only, Councilmember West, what do you do?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Since we have people here in support of City Mendez, I was thinking if we move agenda item 9.1 after the public comments, and so that way we can respect her supporter to speak. And I motion to approve that.
I understand that you mentioned it to me before the meeting that, and I'm willing to do that. And when you mentioned it to me, you said that Mrs. Mendez will be here, and she's 86 years old. Is he here tonight?
I'm saying that her supporter is here.
Okay, well, we have a lot to discuss tonight. So if she's not here, I'm willing if she's here, but she's not here right now. So I'm not. I don't think that I want to take it that, or I don't want to suffer the agenda. Is there a second to that?
It's respectful to have.
I understand. That's your request. You motioned it already. So is there a second to the motion? Hearing none. So we are moving on. So at this time here, I will open up for the public comments for agenda item only. So, City Clerk, would you please go ahead and read the instruction into the record?
This is the time of the meeting that members of the public may address the city council regarding any items on the agenda, except public hearing items. Members of the public wishing to address public hearing items shall do so at the time of the public hearing. Unless otherwise extended by a majority vote of the city council, comments shall be limited to 3 minutes per speaker. Any person wishing to address the city council in person should complete a green speaker slip, which are provided at both the entrance of the theater, depart to a city clerk staff member. When your name is called, please step to the podium at that time, state your name and city of residence for the record.
Before we call the first speaker, on behalf of the City Council, we welcome all of you here tonight, and we want to hear from you. But at the same time, for those people who come here the first time, I just want to mention that to you, this is the time for public comment concerning agenda item only. Anything with the agenda items, then you can speak about. But if not, I will have to stop you. I want to mention that to you first. Okay, let me call the first speaker.
First speaker, Jessica Lachtanel, followed by Michael Brennan. Good evening, I'm Jessica Lachtanel, a resident of Westminster, and I'm here tonight to speak in support of naming a street after the Mendez family. Their contribution to our community and to civil rights history cannot be overstated. And Sylvia Mendez has continued this legacy of advocacy through her life, and in 2011 earned the Presidential Medal of Freedom, making her our city's only recipient of this honor. The family's courage changed the course of history, and honoring them with a street name would bring a deep sense of community pride and would tell the world that Westminster values justice, equality, and the brave individuals who fought for these principles. This recognition is not only appropriate, it's long overdue. However, I want to address a broader concern related to the agenda item. The previous decision to rename the street was divisive and highlighted a gap in our city's processes. While I support tonight's proposal, we need a more transparent and inclusive system for future street renaming decisions. I respectfully urge you to establish a formal community input process for street naming proposals. This could include public notice requirements, community forums, and clear criteria for historical significance. Such a process would ensure that future namings unite rather than divide our community. And it would tell residents that they have a meaningful voice in shaping the identity of our city. The Mendez family deserves this recognition, but our community deserves a seat at the table for these important decisions. Thank you for your time and for your leadership in Westminster.
Followed by Deborah Mariscal.
Please reset the clock.
Good evening. I'd like to speak on, my name is Michael Brangi, I'd like to speak on 5.8. The city is going to spend $55,268 on the design and development for the Little Saigon Archway, but you don't want to spend any money on the Rose Center. You have a beautiful I don't want to say cultural center, you have a beautiful city center over there that can be used for all kinds of things. But you're going to spend $55,000 on an archway for one segment of this city. It's like spending money where it's not really needed. How about if we have all those people down there donate money into a pot to pay for this, instead of all our tax dollars going for it? Let's do something for everybody in the city. The other thing, renaming Main Street Sylvia Mendez Way. I don't have any issue with renaming it. The only issue I have, this isn't a heartfelt request. This is political posturing at its finest. Right here, right in front of us. It's not heartfelt. This isn't something that can work on all year and brought up in front of the city, brought up in front of the community itself to see what their input is. Nobody here has a problem with it. Everybody knows about the Mendez family. Everybody knows what they did and what they had to go through to get that. But just doing this for a political posturing, I would have loved to have seen one of the Mendez family stand up here and say, thank you very much, I appreciate the thought, but no, it's a political stunt and nothing more. It's like I don't agree with everything Charlie Kirk agreed with, but he didn't live in Westminster. There's no reason to name it. Why didn't we name it Sid Goldstein Way? A real Westminster hero, a World War II hero, winner of the Distinguished Service Cross. Not only did he do it in the war, but he did it without having to kill a number of enemies. He took them live prisoner instead. That shows the mettle of the man and what he was really like. That street, if you're going to rename it, should be Sid Goldstein Way because it goes right down to Sid Goldstein Park. And let's not piss money away on an archway. Let's get those people down there to donate money to help defray the cost. Thank you.
Followed by Nick Papadukes.
Westminster resident since 2000. As a Westminster resident with a Hispanic last name, I really have a lot of respect for the Mendez family. I'm really glad that we have that historical monument to honor and educate people about the case. My apologies. I'm short. However, what is the purpose of renaming a street when our city faces many significant challenges? There's absolutely zero reason for this other than political grandstanding at this time. I do think that that would be something to address in the future, but this is just political grandstanding in my opinion. Your focus should be on the things helping Westminster, the city, out of our many issues. Our financial, our homeless, parking, street, on and on and on. So I am not in favor of renaming the city at the street at this point in time. And then also for travel and expenses, I don't think there should be any increase in that. And quite honestly, if you can afford to pay for some of those things yourself, you should.
Nick Papadukes, followed by Ida Lynn Villegas.
Hi, my name is Nick Papadukes, and I've come to agree with Jessica, Bostano, and Grangia, but this is political grandstanding. It hardens me that nobody from the family who hopefully saw through the so cynical.
We were scared, you guys.
So it's so cynical and so transparent what you did here tonight. It's really awful, and you should be ashamed of yourself.
Can you tell us, sorry sir, please stop the clock. What item that you're talking here?
About changing the street name.
Okay, all right.
And using this family and using her as a political football for your own political advancement is unforgivable. It's really, it's reprehensible. And I'm glad that they're steering clear of this. And if they have a good sense and responsibility, they will stay away from this mess that's here. Believe me, this is awful. This is really awful. There's no excuse for doing this. Nobody's clamoring for this again or anything else. Just as with Kirk fiasco, which we will address later. That's all I'd like to say. This is terrible. This is another example of partisan politics and how it cheapens things. The attempt to put Charlie Kirk and Sylvia Mendez in the same universe is the most bizarre thing I've ever heard in my life. And using her as a bargaining chip. Yeah, you give us Charlie Kirk and we'll give you Sylvia Mendez. There is no excuse for that. None whatsoever. This is the worst possible thing you could do. Thank you very much.
Before you move on, I just want to mention that you can talk about renaming the Mendez street, but you are not talking about their Charlie Kirk today. If you want to, you can talk at the time that we have non-agenda item. Charlie Kirk is not on the agenda item today. So I just want to mention that to you.
This name change.
The name change today. Please. The name change, if you read the item talk about amending, they're not talking about the children. I am not going to argue with you. I'm not going to argue with you. Okay?
Well, then what are you talking to me for?
Okay? I am mentioning it in general. Right now, you are done with your speech. Okay?
Yeah.
Sir, if you one more time, I will give you a first warning. Okay? And 3 warnings I have to be ask you to leave. All right?
Mayor, I think it's reasonable since these are 2 items on the agenda as amended. Comparing the street, but it's comparable to what just happened at our last meeting. It's very understandable that somebody would mention it.
I can understand.
And supposedly, and it is to honor Charlie Kirk, supposedly he was somebody of First Amendment rights. Let's at least give them the First Amendment right to say what they want to say.
But we have the agenda we have to follow. And you can refer, I don't have any problem with that, but if you use that to go back and forth about the Charlie Kirk things, I can
address that later.
Okay.
That will be addressed later.
Sir, this is the second warning to you. All right, thank you.
Excuse me, may I, so the public is aware, what the mayor means by a warning is, this is the time that we'll go on with the rest of the meeting, but what he means by a warning is you can't, it's illegal to disrupt the meeting. So everybody gets their turn to talk, and now is the time for the city council to hear from you, but you need to, he's warning you, if you continue to speak, if he's warned you, he has a legal right to remove you from the meeting, okay? Nobody here wants to remove anyone. So just understand how that works, okay? So anyway, we can move on with the rest.
All right, thank you very much, City Attorney. Next,
Thank you, Mayor. Ada Lynn Villegas, followed by Robert Harrison.
Good evening, my name is Lynn Villegas. I've lived in Westminster since 1997, and a couple years before that, I went to Westminster High School. And I met council member Ann a couple of weeks ago at the Native American event that happened at Santa Ana College. And when I heard that she, a council member in my city was there, I did a beeline to her afterwards, after the luncheon that would happen there. And I told her, this cannot happen. This name change cannot happen. And she set up the Mendez family. And I told her something about the Mendez family that she did not know. Their children did not know that their parents did this for our community. There's a documentary done by PBS by Sandra Roby, and the name of that documentary is For the Children, Para los Niños. I don't know if it was Sylvia or one of her sisters. They did not know their parents did this for them and their families, and for all the Mexican families here in Westminster. She was in college at Riverside, and she opens up her history book, flips over the page, and she sees a picture of her parents. And she questioned her parents, hey, what you guys do? Oh yeah, so you guys would come to school Westminster, not having to go to the Mexican school. That's what the school was named, the Mexican school. That had barbed wire, that had barbed wire to keep the cows away, because Westminster was farmland back then. Not only that, their family took over, I forget the Japanese family's name, their farm, so their farm would be taken over, because at that time, the Japanese were being interned, the Japanese Americans, in internment camps, concentration camps in World War II in our country, okay? They took over their farm to help them out so they wouldn't lose their property. This is what this family did. And I'm sorry that they're not here, I wish they were here, because if you haven't seen that documentary, look it up on PBS, it's called For the Children. And if you don't want, if you don't want the Mendez family to have their name on it, there's other people here. There's Joy Rubenbauer's picture right there. She was one of our mayors here. She was also part of the Westminster Historical Society. Without her, we wouldn't have those buildings that are still erected right there, just down the street over here. There's other people. No, there's a park for Mr. I forgot his first name, Mr. Freiberger. And if you want somebody abstract, hey, Nikki Six from Motley Crue went to Westminster High School. Okay? You don't need somebody that inspires separate, sorry.
Your time is up, sorry for that.
Thank you so much.
Connie Cohan, followed by Richard Martucci. Hi, I'm Connie Cohan. I'm going to start with Sylvia Mendez and work backwards. The Mendez family did amazing things. We have the Mendez chamber at the city, at the Westminster School District, and at the corner of Westminster Boulevard and Ollie, we have the Mendez Tribute Monument Park, which I would really encourage everyone to go to. It's an amazing little tiny piece of land to show a very, very big, huge change for the American country, leading to Brown versus Board of Education. So if you're going to rename a street, I consider renaming Olive or Westminster Boulevard. But that's a different issue. Whatever Ms. Mendez wants, I'm all for it. Let's go back down, and I apologize that I may not have heard this correctly, because you mentioned something about changing things in the 5 points section. Under salary schedule, I hope that's enough money to get those employees, those part-time employees, great, do that. Under the one that's the ones where you're taking money from one section and putting it to another, and you're considering moving money that was used to help with our homeless population. We still have a huge homeless population. So make sure if you're taking money for something else, if it's critical, you gotta do it, but make sure you do not leave us not taking care of that population, because it's a big problem. And then I'm gonna go to this one. 5.2, dissolve your personnel commission. I'm thinking we don't have a personnel commission because those have been political appointments, and sometimes people show up and sometimes people don't. I personally think that human relations for a company or an entity, their main responsibilities to that company, that entity, and that a personnel commission also makes sure that, yes, we're following the law, we are double checking, triple checking, that we're making sure that the employee is recognized as well. And although I am in no way, shape, or form qualified to do that job, I would do it rather than you cancel.
Thank you very much.
Eric Christopher Coda, followed by Louise Larson.
Hello, good evening. My name is Eric Coda. I am a lifetime resident of Westminster. In fact, my family has been in Westminster since the early 1900s. I'm a fourth-generation American. very proud Mexican lineage. This is in relation to 9.1, which is the name of the street, Sylvia Mendez Way. When my great-grandma was born, she was born in Westminster on a farm in Bolsa Chica. She was not allowed to go to the school where all the other kids were because she was Mexican. She was sent to a school called the Barrio School, otherwise known as the Wetback School, which was a derogatory term that was used towards Mexicans. We ask that the Mendez family and the foundation are not associated with this name change because it's clearly part of a political grant setting from Amy Pam.
May some people today, that we are not,
Oh, it's the clock on, sorry.
all right, go ahead.
So the city prides itself on multiculturalism. I'm Mexican American. My family is Vietnamese American. I'm very proud of this community and how we've come together. And I think that the Mendez family should separate themselves from this divisive rhetoric that's clearly part of a political con from a clearly desperate Congress campaign. Very obvious. On a website for this Congress campaign, you're claiming to be a business person, clearly not the beauty or fashion business, but I think that it is important that we separate ourselves from a divisive rhetoric, and I believe that they're not here for a reason. I find the comments inappropriate of "you're scared." I find that, frankly, a little bit weak to come with those kind of comments to your constituency. Clearly, if these comments are bothering you, you are not in the right profession. So again, I ask for the city to, and the Mendez family, I wish they were here, to consider not accepting this gesture, which is clearly not genuine and clearly has some sort of desperate political weight to it. Thank you.
Louise Larson, followed by Kimberly Shine.
Hello, I'm Louise Larson, Chair of the Democratic Party of Westminster. I'm speaking through agenda item 9.1, the meeting of Sylvia Mendez Way. How can I possibly outdo some of the eloquence that we hear today from Mr. Altman, Eric Koda, and everybody in between? It is an insult to the Mendez family to have their name pulled into this PR nightmare of the Charlie Kirk Way name fiasco. If you really do, Amy, want to honor Sylvia Mendez, rescind that vote and then bring this to the table, because that would give her her due. And that is what we should do. It's not a political stunt. And we should be doing it as its own day, its own issue. It's long overdue, speaking of due. It's years overdue. Their legacy, their history is so beautiful in a national way. That should be the jewel in our crown of Westminster. Brown versus, the whole story of what happened. That changed everything everywhere for schools and for people that were minorities to have a place at the table. Why didn't they have their own street before now? Ask yourself that. Why? Because it didn't help your political career. That's why. And really mean it means you'll do it after you rescind the vote on the Charlie Kirk Way. That's all I have to say on that. As to other things, I'll bring up in the open comments.
Mr. Mayor?
No, why don't we wait until?
Okay. Hello, good evening, Mayor and White, council members and neighbors of Westminster. My family has lived in Westminster for more than 30 years. I attended Haven Elementary, Warner Middle School, Westminster High School. I have so many fond memories of the city, volunteering at the Westminster Library, trick-or-treating at the Westminster Mall, grabbing ice cream with friends. It was a place that welcomed everyone, no matter their background, religion, or race. This is my hometown. I've never been to a city council meeting before, but as Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. said, the time is always right to do what is right. And that's why I came here today, because enough is enough. The city I grew up in feels increasingly divided, politically charged.
our city, our home, is spending thousands of dollars on things that don't serve the people. Last month, this council voted to rename All American Way to Charlie Kirk Way, and frankly, that is a waste of money. Some said he inspired youth, and yet I didn't see any single young person here. And now before you tonight is
Hold on,
another proposal.
move the clock, please.
Remain
What, I'm sorry, what item that you're talking about?
Sylvia Mendez.
Okay.
And now before you tonight is another proposal to rename Main Street near Westminster High School to Sylvia Mendez Way at an estimated cost of $3,500. Let me be clear. I honor Sylvia Mendez. Her story is one of courage and justice. But this isn't about her. This is about priorities. Because these new street signs, they don't feed families. They do not fix roads. They do not clean up parks. They do not lower taxes. They do not heal our divisions or rebuild public trust within the council. While Westminster faces budget deficits, we can't afford to keep spending taxpayer money on decorations and distractions. Every dollar spent on symbolic renamings is a dollar not spent on fixing potholes, improving public safety, and opening road here. This council has a choice. Continue chasing the headlines for the register or start restoring public trust. Stop the waste, stop the politics. You are elected by the people to serve as nonpartisan leaders. That means free from any political party affiliation. So serve the people, not your political ambitions. Let's make Westminster known for progress. It's time to restore trust. It's time to listen to the people who live here. To lead with integrity, not ambition. To remember that public service means serving the public. Because the time is and will always be
1995. For 50 years now, Vietnamese people have made Westminster their home. Our community has contributed immensely to the city and to Little Saigon. That's why a gateway arch would not only be a well-deserved recognition of that rich history, but also a smart investment for Westminster. One of that will boost tourism, support economic development, and enhance the city's cultural identity. This arch will become an iconic landmark, not just for Westminster, but one that will be celebrated across the nation and around the world. Please approve so the city can move forward with design and build the archway as soon as possible. Thank you all for listening.
Jody Boyd, followed by last speaker, Terry Raines.
Good evening and happy holidays. It is a pleasure to be here this evening with you. It's an honor and it's a pleasure to be able to stand here before you to speak on 2 agenda items. Because in Charlie Kirk's way and eyes, I should not exist. Okay, 5.8, your gateway arch. I've looked at the population. If every Vietnamese person in this city and the other people who wanted to donated $1 towards that arch, you would not have to take tax dollars out of the rest of our pockets. You, Mr. Mayor, who has changed your stripes, I no longer like you or your ties. Because you are just as discriminatory and divisive as Treetop and the Yang. No arch. You guys don't deserve it. Further, Sylvia Mendez Way, to co-name or rename a street sign. My answer, and I have utmost of respect for Sylvia and her family, but my answer is no, because this is politics playing to November 2026. And I think, and they're not afraid to be here unless somebody has fed their heads through of nonsense. If they were here, I would change my opinion. But no, this has to stop. This is ridiculous. Mark, I'll support you as vice mayor if you step away from your family and do the right thing. Don't follow him and Treetop and Andrew Doe and Van Tran to prison.
Donald Lane, followed by Terry Raines.
Donald Lane. Good evening, guys. Let me begin by saying in connection with 9/1, it is my intention to add the very prestigious Nittany Parade by first, in addition to Tweedledee and Tweedledum, I'd like to add Tweedledoo and its proven nepotistic backing of the fantastic, self-serving, partisan naming of streets. Stop it. I'd assume Sylvia Mendez did not want this grant hanging on her sacrifice and the death of another individual. You are trying to benefit from their actions and not yours. You are like crabs in a barrel. Proverbs 16:8. Pride goeth before destruction, and a haughty spirit before the fall. It's coming. Charlie, you were not Charlie Tuna. Chicken of the sea. Maybe one day a street be named after you. How about Tuna Lane? I begin by saying, by saying, sorry, Charlie. And I apologize to anybody born after 1975. For all the chicken of the sea commercials are now running again 40 years later. With 5.8, I'm fine with Little Saigon Arch if the Little Saigon businesses want to pay for it. Well, at 5.9, reappoint Carlos as mayor, vice mayor, or not. That's your pedal. With 7.2, please approve the traffic commission recommendation of trying to drive south of Westminster on Magnolia. Is that your actual peril to anyone who attempts it? Thank you.
Last speaker, Terry Layton.
Hello, item 5.5, the city didn't renew the Be Well contract. The reason, given the effectiveness of the homeless liaison team, park rangers, and the navigation center, there's no need to continue with Be Well. But Be Well didn't just provide services to homeless individuals, they de-escalated mental health crises for housed individuals as well as help families cope. Is that the real reason for non-renewal is tied to the controversy surrounding Be Well? I do support the ARPA fund reallocation to Axon and the reallocation from administration to Infinity for IT support services. 5.6. 5.7, support the Midway City Sanitary District at the gold level, $2,500 as a community partner to benefit our residents, not our politicians. 5.9, Vice Mayor, soon to be Mayor 2026, Carlos Manzo. Something the rest of you are incapable of doing. This appointment will be made, I predict, based on some shady quid pro quo deal or nepotism. Right, Mike? Brother-in-law Charlie. 7.2, I spoke to 2 traffic commissioners when this was on their agenda. I live in the immediate area and frequent the segment of Magnolia daily. I support the parking restrictions and the concept of 3 traffic lanes, but adding another lane of traffic and removing the need to merge left south of Westminster will not solve the dangerous situation that exists at near that intersection due to the congestion of people pulling in and out of the shopping center and at the bus stop. 9.1, put a stop on any street renamings or redesignations until an official street renaming policy is created and adopted similar to the city's facility naming policy. First, a bunch of street signs honoring historical figures from Vietnam, then Charlie Kirk. Don't politicize or dilute the Mendez family recognition. The city built a wonderful interactive Mendez tribute monument park in 2022, and the Mendez Historic Freedom Trail will be completed soon. In 2019, the school district unveiled their new district sign with in honor of the Familia Mendez added to it. The museum also has a great exhibit of the Mendez family, and their landmark case is finally getting into school textbooks. Multiplying honors too much actually dilutes the single importance of a person being recognized. Charlie, Amy, just stop with your campaign bullshit from the dais. Mark and Ann want to stop going along with it. As you can tell by the crowd outside and inside these chambers, this community is done with your campaigning bullshit, and we're done with the 4 of you. Your Charlie Kirk signs and day and the Rose Center Theater votes were our last straw. The entire community stands united against your hateful bigotry and against you. As foreign leaders who came here after the fall of Saigon, you want to strip the inclusivity of all American way in honor of racist Christian nationalists who despise immigrants. Kirk said, we made a huge mistake when we passed the Civil Rights Act. Bottom line, you wouldn't be here, you would be holding office, and Kirk had his way.
We have another speaker, Roger Minro.
Good evening, Roger Vinh, resident of Westminster. Couldn't make it here earlier. I was at home, but I was watching on YouTube, and I wasn't sure what all these some reserved seats were for, so I come up now and see that they're reserved for the Mendez family, but where are they? Did anybody actually invite them? Because it seems like it's just like this street naming, just like everyone else spoke about earlier, was just a political stunt. And Amy Van West didn't even bother speaking to anybody in the Mendez family or inviting them. Or they just played, like a few other people have said, that they see this as a political stunt and slap in the face because of the last meeting's renaming. And I have to agree with everyone here that's spoken about the street naming. Basically, almost everybody that has spoken tonight, and thank you very much everyone for being here, I agree with, except for the archway. You're gonna spend $50-some thousand just on a study for a design, and we all know it's gonna cost over $1 million because that was the money that Andrew Doe had given and then wanted to take away. So I agree with Jody Boyd and every Vietnamese person who thinks they deserve it, pony up $1 and pay for it, because everybody else should not have to do that. And contrary to what Charlie will say tonight, it's not a good investment. It's a bad investment. I never needed an archway to know where to get to Bolsa Avenue, and nobody else did either. So, and I also support Carlos Manzo for the next term as vice mayor.
Mayor, I have no further speakers.
All right, thank you very much. I want to thank you for your comments. Before we end with this, before I close the public comment for agenda items, I believe that Councilmember West, you have something that you want to say.
I appreciate that, Mr. Chair. You know, I appreciate that you guys come out and speak and share your concerns. You know, you can call me, you can call all the council here, whatever names you guys want. And it's okay, because it comes with us being an elected official. And, you know, but the thing is that you cannot disrespect the Mendez family. Sylvia Mendez is a woman who fought against segregation.
Please, hold on.
Sylvia Mendez.
Just a brief comment, okay?
Yeah.
We don't
Sylvia Mendez is a woman who fought against segregation and stood courageously for civil rights.
Councilmember West, you just respond to them, okay? Just respond to them quickly. Like, we don't need to go back to the history anymore, please.
So basically, we are better than that. We need to get on our
Yeah, we're ready to Charlie Kirk later.
All right, thank you very much, Ms. West, Councilmember West. I think we are done with that, okay? Right, at this time, I'll close the public comment for agenda items. Next item is going to be consent calendar. All matters listed under consent calendar are considered routine and may be approved by a single motion, followed by a roll call vote. There will be no separate discussion of these items unless members of the City Council or staff request that specific items be removed from the consent calendar for separate action or discussion. So I will motion to approve the consent calendar.
Mayor, I would like to pull item 3.6. And I'll be 3.6? Yes, and I'll second you.
Okay, anything else? Okay, so I will reverse my motion to exclude the 3.6 being approved by Vice Mayor Menzel. Second, motion and second on the floor.
I have a motion made by Mayor Wynn, seconded by Vice Mayor Monzo to approve the consent calendar with agenda item number 3.6, and for separate discussion. I'll go ahead and call roll. District 1, Councilwoman Van West, aye. District 3, Councilmember Wynn.
Yes.
Vice Mayor Monzo.
Yes.
Mayor Wynn.
Yes.
Motion carries.
3.6 be approved by Vice Mayor Menzel. So adoption of plans and specification and authorization to solicit construction bid for the 2025 CBDG residential smooth overlay. Vice Mayor Menzel.
Thank you, Mayor. I just had a question for the Director Dung. Was it the existing sidewalks and the whole areas inspected for any damaged or lifted sidewalks?
Good evening, Mayor, Vice Mayor, and Council Member. Yes, absolutely. Staff have gone through, walked the area, and also improved on damaged sidewalk, curb and gutter, drawbridge approaches, and also wheelchair ramps. So they are included with the project.
Yeah, but I want to, if we're going to be working here, I want to make sure that we correct any damaged sidewalks or if there's a lifted, you know what I mean, lifted areas that we can repair while we're there.
Yes, sir, they are included.
But there is some?
There are some.
Yes.
Yeah, we have a lot of concrete improvement on those streets as well.
Okay. Were they noted on here?
Yes.
I just saw just the ADA ramps.
Yeah, they are noted on the plans for the sidewalk improvements.
Okay. I saw one small section of sidewalk, but I just want to make sure that we don't, when we're there, as well, people work and we're going to touch and make sure we do a complete job.
Yes, sir.
All right. Okay. A motion to approve, Mayor.
Second.
I have a motion made by Vice Mayor Monzo, seconded by Mayor Wynn, to approve the plans and specifications for the 2025 CDBG Residential Street Overlay Project, plan number P2665, and authorize the city engineer to approve minor modifications to the plans and specifications to accommodate requested revisions for public safety and utility agencies, and authorize the Public Works Department to advertise and solicit construction bids for such projects. I'll go ahead and call roll. District 1, Councilwoman Van West. Van West, aye. District 3, Councilmember Wynn.
Yes.
Vice Mayor Monzo.
Yes.
Mayor Wynn.
Yes.
Motion carries.
All right, tonight we have 3 items, public hearings items, and my intention is not to stop during in between. So this time I would like to take 5 minutes recess so that we can take a Zoom break, and then I ask please don't take any please don't step out while we have the public hearings items. So 5-minute break, please.
Thì nước ăn về, em về cơm, bỏ một về, chắc xong rồi nấu nha hai cô. Chắc xong rồi. Rồi ta kêu gì nè? Chết bỏ nha.
Không đi về.
Còn
Anh không được ăn nhà từ đây anh về tới cái hồ lắm.
cứ thôi gọi là ăn cơm nguội, chứ không được ăn hỏi. Giờ thôi. Thôi anh đi, về chỗ lẻ đi, anh còn phải lo. Giờ này là smooth, giờ này là 7 giờ đây.
7 rưỡi à?
7 giờ. Thôi anh về ha,
Dạ, em đi đây. Cô gắt. Cô. I know. It's like friends. You know what you Quý đồng bào ơi, tạm thời thì cái buổi mà họp thành phố á, sẽ còn tiếp tục nữa, nhưng mà chung chung thì nó là những cái phát biểu của những cư dân cũng như những người họ muốn ý kiến nói gì về thành phố. Thì đa số những người Việt Nam mình cũng đã nói xong rồi. Những người Việt Nam của mình đó họ ủng hộ việc mà làm đặt cái cổng, ủng hộ thị trưởng Charlie Nguyễn Mạnh Chí làm cái cổng chào là Welcome Little Sài Gòn đó quý đồng bào. Tại vì cái đó sẽ là một cái biểu tượng cho cộng đồng người Việt tị nạn của chúng ta ở hải ngoại này. Và cái cổng chào đó nó cũng sẽ thu hút nhiều khách du lịch từ các nơi khác đến, thì nhiều người đến cái thành phố này sẽ mang theo cái thu nhập cho cái thành phố đó đồng bào. Cho nên đó, là những người Việt hồi nãy cũng là những người mà cùng chí hướng với tất cả những người ở đây. Họ ủng hộ thành phố cũng như ủng hộ thị trưởng Charlie Nguyễn Mạnh Trí, ủng hộ phó thị trưởng Mót Nguyễn á, là để làm cái cổng chào. Rồi bây giờ anh chú có muốn nói gì không? Chú nói.
Thật ra đó,
chú nói lớn lên.
Thật ra đó thì nếu mà nó là những cái người mà nó là chống đối, những người mà nó là ấy, thì họ nói gì họ nói, nhưng mà mình làm thì mình cứ làm thôi.
Nói chung ở đây quý đồng bào là một đất nước tự do. Mỗi người đều có cái quyền phát biểu những gì họ muốn nói. Quý đồng bào thấy hồi nãy trong cái buổi họp không? Đây là cái họp của thành phố đó, những người ở trên đó là những người thị trưởng đó, mà những người ở đây là cư dân hoặc là những người đến cứ xem buổi họp thôi, họ có quyền nói, những gì họ muốn nói, mà không có bị phạm pháp luật gì hết. Có nghĩa là ý con chỉ muốn nói là ở đất nước Hoa Kỳ này không có nghĩa là chính quyền địa phương là có quyền bịt miệng những người dân. Những người dân ở trong thành phố đó họ có quyền nói lên những cái chính kiến của họ. Họ nói lên những gì họ thích, không thích cái việc làm của thành phố. Cho dù là thành phố họ nói là ok, họ muốn đổi, họ muốn không phải là đổi. Hiện bây giờ cái đường thành phố đó, mà ở trong cái thành phố đó có một cái con đường nhỏ dẫn vô cái City Hall là cái gì? Dẫn vô cái nơi gọi là cái tòa thị trấn của thành phố hả? Thì nó có cái con đường nó tên là All American Way, thì
tượng đài chiến sĩ Việt Mỹ.
Và cũng là cái con đường mà dẫn đi vô trước tượng đài chiến sĩ Việt Mỹ. Thì thị trưởng của thành phố Westminster là anh Charlie Nguyễn Mạnh Trí đó, và những nghị viên khác họ muốn kèm thêm một cái tên là Charlie Kirk dưới cái tên American Way, có nghĩa là cái đường đó tên trước là American Way rồi, bây giờ chỉ thêm cái chữ Charlie Kirk nữa thôi để vinh danh nhà hoạt động Charlie Kirk.
Nhưng mà cái đám dân chủ,
cái đám dân chủ thổ tả đó họ không muốn để tên cái Charlie Kirk vô. Họ nói là đây là một cái việc mà liên quan đến chính trị như vậy, mà họ lại là người nói là trục tội cho những nghị viên muốn vinh danh Charlie Kirk là này là chính trị hóa vấn đề, mà thật sự chính họ mới là những người chính trị hóa vấn đề. Bởi vì họ theo cái đảng Dân Chủ thổ tả, họ không có muốn vinh danh Charlie Kirk, cho nên họ mới đem cái vấn đề đó ra, họ phản đối kịch liệt là không có được đặt tên Charlie Kirk ở đây. Mà chính họ lại là những cái người phản đối, họ chính là cái người mà đem cái sự hatred, họ là những người gây thù gây oán, họ có cái đầu óc là ghét bỏ Charlie Kirk. Vì những người bên đảng Dân Chủ thổ tả, đa số những người này có thể nói là họ là những người của đảng Dân Chủ, họ là những người bên đảng thổ tả. Họ nghe những gì mà liên quan đến Charlie Kirk, tổng thống Donald Trump là họ đều muốn bác bỏ hết. Cho nên họ nói, họ đổ thừa, họ vừa đánh trống, họ vừa la làng. Họ cho là những nghị viên của thành phố Westminster này đã chính trị hóa vấn đề bằng cách là đã muốn vinh danh Charlie Kirk. Nhưng mà chính họ mới là những người chính trị hóa vấn đề. Họ là những người của trong cái đảng Dân Chủ thổ tả. Họ muốn tên của Charlie Kirk không có được vinh danh. Cho nên họ kéo nhau đến đây, cả bè cả lũ đến đây chỉ để phản đối là con đường này Charlie Kirk không xứng đáng. Quý đồng bào thấy cái đám thổ tả nói chung nó rất là bè lũ, nó rất là bè phái bày đàn. Cho nên họ đã được một cái nhóm nào đó trả tiền rồi, cho nên họ kéo một đám lên đây để phản đối cái việc. Quý đồng bào thấy một người nhà hoạt động không bạo động này là kêu gọi cái giá trị gia đình truyền thống này, là đàn ông cưới đàn bà, sanh con đẻ cái, sống một cái gia đình đầm thắm, rồi là không gây bạo loạn này, rồi là những người công dân tốt bảo vệ đất nước Hoa Kỳ nè. Ông ta kêu gọi cho cái việc mà di dân hợp pháp, kêu gọi những cái việc đó đâu có là tội, đâu có là điều gì sai, mà cái đám này đó là những cái người mà họ thuộc cái đảng Dân Chủ, họ thuộc cái đảng Hội Thả, nên họ muốn bác bỏ hết tất cả những gì mà cho Kirk làm. Thôi con chim đơn giản thì nha quý ông bà. Bây giờ tạm thời cái cuộc nói chuyện tới đây á, thì nói chung á là cũng một vài tiếp tục nữa cũng là những người họ lên ý kiến của mình thôi. Thì nói chung ở đây là đất nước Hoa Kỳ, chính quyền địa phương cũng không có quyền bịt miệng người dân. Giống như ở Việt Nam mà nói gì họp gì ở Việt Nam á hả, là chính tà quyền địa phương á, mà nó lên họp là không, người dân không có quyền nói nha, nói là đọt liền nha. Còn ở Mỹ này á, là thị trưởng của thành phố, là nghị viên của thành phố, nhưng mà phải lắng nghe tiếng nói của người dân. Người dân họ phản đối cái gì là thành phố phải lắng nghe, chịu lắng nghe để vận hành cái thành phố này. Okay. Rồi tạm thời là vậy cho quý đồng bào. Bây giờ cũng trễ rồi, con Kim phải về ha. Tiếp tục đúng không? Tạm thời là vậy nha quý đồng bào. Dạ.